You did it. And now let's have another look at your goals. You know, there may be some goals that are of a rather leading nature. They're a bit like your guiding lights, right? They're like stars that you look at that provide orientation for you. These are your top goals. And then there may be other goals which are underneath that are leading somewhere. So you may want to build a goal hierarchy. You may want to find out, if I reach that kind of goal, what other goal will allow me that to reach afterwards, right? So you will be able to create that, and at that point have another look at your goals, and I give you 5 things to think about now. Are your goals specific? Are they measurable? Can you actually see that progress? Can you deduce an indicator, to measure your progress from there? Are they attractive? You see, your goal or your goals must be very attractive to you, because one thing is for sure: the journey to achieve your goals will be full of roadblocks, barriers, mistakes, bigger and smaller, and you will, drift away from the red line, from the red thread. So there will be a point where probably you will nearly give up, but then you need to remind yourself that this goal that you're pursuing, that this is worth all the effort, that this goal, that it will motivate you, and that deeply, so that you deeply desire to fulfill this goal, to reach this goal, to accomplish this. And that's why I really ask you to think twice when you set your goals. Don't set them too low. When you think that you can't exactly achieve them, then you're in the right zone. Many people are just in their comfort zone. If you ask them, what do you want to achieve? And maybe, I don't know, they own or they earn a certain amount of money, and you ask them, how much money do you want to earn? Then they will say something similar to what they already earn, because they feel sort of comfortable to be able to make it, right? Because they don't have to show somebody else, or they don't risk of failing. But we need to risk to fail. We need to run the risk to fail, because that's the only way we can grow. So attractive is very important, but it should also be realistic in a way that it's not totally out of the way. It should be something that you could accomplish with a lot of energy, with a lot of effort, with a lot of focus. But you should think twice whether you make it too realistic, because that's what most people do. Most people, when they look at this trade-off here, they will prefer to have something rather realistic, because later on they can say, well, I made it, right? But that doesn't help yourself. You can't, your subconscious will observe you no matter what you do. And you can't cheat on your subconscious. It will always observe what you do and always tell you, when you look in the mirror, you will see honestly what you think about yourself. And if you want to think the best of yourself, if you want to feel the best you can be, then you need to follow the best goals that you can follow to. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. So try to keep that in mind. Realistic, okay. Timed is the last one. Timed is a goal that has a deadline. And now here's another danger. Many people put a hard deadline in there because they've learned on project management courses, on all sorts of lectures, books and so forth, that an activity needs to have a hard deadline and you need to make a decision, and if you didn't accomplish something in the time that you've planned for, then you just need to skip it and that's it, end of story. But that's dangerous. You know why? Because if you start with a project or a larger plan or whatever it is you want to pursue, then in the beginning you will not know as much as you will when you're along your way. So if you start, you will do a bit of research, and then at some point you will feel, okay, now I can start, now I can go. But along the way you will learn so much. There will be roadblocks, there will be barriers, there will be comments. You will see, it's the law of resonance actually, when you go out there and you speak to people about what you want to achieve, and you're really being honest, straightforward, you're being candid, then others will see, wow, that's a man or a woman on a mission, right? So they will probably chat with you about that. Clever people will comment about it in a very constructive way, and then you will understand that there's other views and other things that you may have missed in the first place, and these things will be something that you might want to add to your plan. So in the beginning you can't be as clever as you probably are when you're on the finish line, right? So don't think you can from the very beginning plan everything perfectly. Don't think that you know perfectly how long that particular goal will take to accomplish. Don't think that you can, we'll talk about that in a minute, reach the milestone in a certain time frame and you can't postpone it whatsoever. That's a difference to procrastination. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about just putting things off. I'm talking about things that you will learn along the path that will make you understand that you may need a bit more time or other resources or whatever it is. Reflect that now. So it's a start. Your goal should be timed, but this should not be definite. So it should be something that is planned now, but it is dynamic and you may change it later. So take your vision, check your goals now, and check those 5 criteria, and then let's move on. I wait.